going on, guys? Andrew here with another episode of East Coast Tech, and in part 1 of this part 2 segment, I'll be showing you how to start PC game streaming in 2017. Before we get started, we should talk about your PC. Every PC does have the capability of streaming, but not all setups are created equal. A true streaming enthusiast or professional would opt for 2 working machines, one to game on and one to capture and actually render the stream. For simplicity's sake, I'll show you how to do it all on one machine. For one machine streaming, I recommend at least an i7 or better processor from Intel or a Ryzen 5 or better processor from AMD. Note here that Ryzen 5 is going to give you the best price to performance for game streaming since it has more cores and threads than Intel's offering at that price. For the graphics card option, choose the best card for the resolution you're going to be gaming at. An AMD RX 580 or an Nvidia Geforce GTX 1060 would be decent choices for 1080p gaming and streaming, while a GTX 1070 or 1080 would be viable options for 1440p gaming and 1080p configurations. Last note here would be to make sure that your system has at least 16 gigs of memory. If you want specific examples of PC builds for streaming, leave a comment down below. For part 1 of this segment, I'll be talking about how to game stream with Nvidia's Geforce experience. You will need an Nvidia Geforce card for this portion of the tutorial. For those of you with an AMD card, part 2 will cover that in detail. With the hardware out of the way, next we'll talk about the software you will need. For those with an Nvidia card, you can stream directly from the Geforce Experience app. The ShadowPlay feature lets you either record or stream your PC to either Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. With ShadowPlay enabled from within the app, press Alt and Z to bring up the share overlay. Then click on the cog icon and go to Settings. While in Settings, click Broadcast and select Yes to enable broadcasting from your PC. Afterwards, click Back. It's now time to connect to your broadcasting service of choice. For our purposes, we'll connect to Twitch. Click on Connect, then select Twitch. Make sure you have an account to log in with if you haven't already got one. And voila, we're ready to start. To start a broadcast, press Alt-Z again. This time we'll click on Broadcast and select Customize. Here we can select the options for our stream, like broadcast resolution, frame rate, and bitrate. I recommend here streaming at 1080p at 60 frames per second. Weaker processors may not be able to handle a stream at these settings, in which case, try to play around until you're happy. With all that taken care of, we can now talk about using a microphone and webcam. I do recommend a standalone microphone for this, something like a Blue Yeti or a Snowball. I personally use a Razer Siren. Also, get yourself a good headset or pair of headphones. Press Alt-Z one more time and select the microphone symbol. Here you can select between push to talk, always on, or turn off completely. Now onto the webcam. Select HUD layout, and there you can select webcam placement, size, and frames per second. Click back, and your webcam will be enabled. Finally, we're ready to begin streaming. Press Alt-Z to bring up the ShadowPlay menu, click on Broadcast, and then click Start. Earlier we set up the game streaming for Twitch, so those settings will still apply here. Go back to Customize if you want to stream from another platform. From the overlay, now we have the option to change the title, audience, and location. Click on the Go Live button to officially start your stream. Congratulations! If you followed along this far, you will be effectively streaming to your selected platform. For our example here, we should be streaming to Twitch. I'll bring up my Twitch channel in another window, and lo and behold, there we are. To end the stream, all we need to do is bring up the share overlay by pressing Alt and Z, click on Broadcast, and then on Stop. Please note here that for any changes you'd like to make to your stream, it will first require you to stop your stream first, so double check that you're content with your settings beforehand. That about wraps up part 1 of this segment on game streaming. If you liked this video, hit that like button. If you hated it, dislike it, get subscribed. I will have links to products talked about in the video's description. These links are tied to my Amazon account, And if you happen to purchase any of those items, I do get a small kickback at no cost to you, which helps a lot in making videos like these. Again, this was Andrew with East Coast Tech, and I'll see you next time.